dedicated to southern and eastern Kentucky. This is WYMT Mountain News at 5:30.
Good evening, I'm Steve Hensley. Governor Matt Bevin is officially making a second run for governor. The governor spoke at the Capitol in Frankfort today, and during that announcement, he said he is filing for re-election with Senator Ralph Alvarado as his running mate, not Janine Hampton. We recently learned Governor Bevin has officially filed his paperwork. The deadline to file for anyone else to enter the governor's race is January 29th. Now, whoever wins the Republican primary will have to face one of several Democratic opponents. You'll remember House Minority Leader Rocky Adkins officially filed to run yesterday. He'll face former State Auditor Adam Edlin, current Attorney General Andy Beshear, and Jeff Young in the May primary. This year's primary focus will likely be on the Commonwealth's mounting pension debt. And again, still more time to file. The deadline is next Tuesday. Now, former Democratic Attorney General Greg Stumbo wants his old job back. The Floyd County native officially filed to run for Attorney General. Stumbo served as AG from 2004 to 2008. He was also previously House Speaker until 2016, until he lost a re-election bid. He says his primary focus would be combating the drug epidemic. No other Democrats have filed as of last check. Now, meanwhile, a Republican state senator has withdrawn his name from the Attorney General's race. Whitney Westerfield made that announcement earlier today. He lost the 2015 race to Andy Beshear. That leaves Daniel Cameron, a former lawyer for Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell, and Will Schroeder of Campbell County running in the Republican primary for Attorney General. With that filing deadline fast approaching, other candidates are making their plans for office official. Heather French Henry is throwing her hat into the ring to be Kentucky's next Secretary of State. French Henry signed the necessary paperwork this morning at the Capitol. Filing as a Democrat, she says her work as Commissioner of Kentucky Veterans Affairs has given her experience to run a statewide department.
I really feel like, having gained a broader sense of Kentucky state government in that capacity, that's a natural segue now to come into the Secretary of State's office.
While at the ceremony, her daughter Harper filed paperwork to be eligible to vote this November. French Henry's only Democratic opponent so far is Jason Griffith of Whitesburg. 3 Republicans are also running. The former president of the University of the Cumberlands in Williamsburg lost a federal lawsuit against the institution that he led for 35 years. The Lexington Herald-Leader reports a 9-member jury determined the university will not have to pay Dr. Jim Taylor a $4.5 million lump sum. The suit came after a controversial deal that would have seen the school paying the former president almost $400,000 in salary and benefits for the rest of his life. The university did not honor that deal. The Perry County Fiscal Court received a grant of around $18,000 through the state. With that grant money, the Fiscal Court purchased a truck for the Perry County Park. The truck will be used to help the upkeep of the park, along with carrying kayaks to and from the drop-off destinations and any other park needs.
We'll use the truck to haul the kayaks in up to City Hall, and we'll use the truck to haul them from the boat ramp in the park back up to where we rent them. So the truck will be used for many different purposes in our park system.
Alexander also said he hopes to have new surveillance cameras in the park by spring.
And if that doesn't make you want spring any faster, it's been a very chilly day here in the mountains, and we'll see that really continue as we head into the overnight hours. You can see here on our UVA WISE camera, mostly clear skies have really taken over into WISE, and really it's taken over into the mountains as well. We saw a few flurries early this morning, maybe just to the east of us, looking across the Kentucky and into Virginia counties. But as we look at the skies now, we are seeing a clean sweep, and we are seeing those mostly clear skies continuing into the the overnight hours. Temperatures, though, they're very chilly. We're already seeing those upper 30s, those upper 20s, excuse me, lower 30s across the mountains. So you're definitely going to want to bundle up if you're headed outside at all today. Now, looking into tonight, we're going to see those temperatures falling into the low to mid 20s. Clouds increasing a little bit as well. Flurries are also possible, but we're not expecting any widespread accumulation at all, but cold temperatures waking up for your Saturday. And looking at our Twitter topics, we have a pretty busy week ahead. We do have a few snow chances this weekend. We also keep an eye on the next system, our really big snowmaker that could possibly making its way into the mountains late or early next week. And then we're also going to see a cold snap in the midweek. I know snow lovers are going to be excited, but for us like me, who's not excited, Steve, it's not looking like a good week. We'll talk about that and more coming up in just a little bit.
Well, I join you there with not being excited. Thank you, Paige. Now to the apparent end of the longest government shutdown in U.S. history. President Donald Trump spoke from the Rose Garden this afternoon, announcing a deal to end the historic 35-day shutdown. It would keep the government open until February 15th. In the meantime, the president wants border security talks to continue.
Over the next 21 days, I expect that both Democrats and Republicans will operate in good faith.
The bipartisan cooperation comes after two competing bills to end the shutdown failed to pass the Senate yesterday. If Congress cannot come to an agreement, the president could still declare an emergency. The president's announcement comes after delays were reported at airports across the country today. The Federal Aviation Administration had a shortage of air traffic controllers at several facilities. New York's Newark Airport, Tampa, and Philadelphia International were among those experiencing delays. Federal air traffic controllers are consistently ranked as some of the most stressed workers in the country. Roger Stone, a longtime friend to President Trump, says he will fight federal charges stemming from special counsel Robert Mueller's Russia investigation. FBI agents showed up at Stone's Fort Lauderdale home early this morning to take him into custody. Stone has been indicted on 1 count of obstruction of an official proceeding, 5 counts of false statements, and 1 count of witness tampering.
Than willing to surrender voluntarily. They terrorized my wife, my dogs. The charges today relate in no way to Russian collusion, WikiLeaks collaboration.
Stone would not say whether or not he would seek a presidential pardon. Next week, Stone is scheduled to be arraigned in federal court in Washington. He was released on $250,000 bond. Coming up on Mountain News at 5:30, Facebook is facing backlash again after some parents say the company preys on kids. And a major retailer is recalling spinach. We'll have the details in our Money Watch report.